Okay, I've been wanting to make a video about Beastie Boys because they mean a lot to me and they have my whole life. I try to hold on to all their records even when I'm going to the phase of I'm not going to collect anymore. They're the ones I'm probably going to always keep. And so I'm going to show you what I have still. I've sold a few because in my life I've had moments of like, I need to eat, so I need to sell records. But this is what I've kept. Cookie Puss. This is not mine. Like, I didn't get it at the time it was issued. But I got into them early because my sister and I were lucky enough to see them early before License to Ill came out. So License to Ill was, game changer for everybody my generation. And you got the oh shit bling, and of course I got some oh shit bling because of it. So the thing was, they just looked like normal, cool, but nerdy older brothers. Like, I think somebody definitely had an older brother that reminded any of us of one of them. And it seemed more like we could do this, And even at the time, like, I didn't get a lot of what they were talking about, of course. I was a kid. But it didn't matter because I loved what they were saying and how they were saying it. And I mean, yes, there's stuff that didn't hold up, to scrutiny, but it wasn't about scrutiny. It was about having a good time. And yeah, anyways, some maybe more regrettable than others, but still, who cares, right? I mean, it's life, people learn. But then there came a time when they decided we're gonna make art, and they did make art, and they were the best dudes because they made art of other people's art. And it taught me, and it taught a lot of people, that's a legitimate way to make a new kind of art. I could go into the artist's steal or, good artist copy, great artist steal thing, but that's not my words. So there was a total, the thing with the Beastie Boys by the 90s, well, after this was well past the whole people don't know if they like them or if they're not going to be good anymore. When Check Your Head came out, and I did have to sell my original, but I'm happy having this one, so I don't care so much. It's got all the singles that I had, but it's cardboard and plastic, so anyways, they established camaraderie, so you could be with strangers and they would become your friends because you could talk about the Beastie Boys, or you could see that they dressed like the Beastie Boys. Maybe Beastie Boys had an incredible cultural impact in the 90s, and it was everything about them. It was the way they dressed, it was the way they talked, it was that they finally came around and saw human rights for all humans was a huge issue. And they regretted some of their 80s actions, and they reflected that in their new art. And that's where you really get to what's the greatest thing about the Beastie Boys, is that they kept growing. They never stopped growing. Every album isn't necessarily better than the last, but it wasn't for lack of trying. It was that they were doing something different. So it doesn't mean you have to dislike one to like another. That's a kind of a bullshit premise, I think. So yeah, you don't even need to talk over every moment. But so it turns out that the ones I listen to the most are the last few, because I know the other one, or I've known the other ones pretty much my entire life, and I have memorized everything. And I mean, I'm getting to that point with these ones too, but these ones came out, and at first I didn't understand To the Five Boroughs. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't understand the depth and complexity of it. And those lyrics are resonant even now. But when this came out, Hot Sauce Committee Part 2, dude, holy shit, this record. Look at this. This record is so good. And I feel like people just gave up because MCA died, but come on, dude. You need to hear this. This is something else. I highly recommend it. I cannot tell you enough how great this album is if you're kind of hesitant on it. So, but the other thing this proves is how much they worked with other artists and how much they were able to expand what they did because of other artists. So then they had their magazine, Grand Royal, and I saw the first issue, but it was at a time when I didn't have money in my pocket. My friend has it, so I've seen it. But, dude, this, I read every word of this several times. And not just this one. This one. This I got at Tower Records. Looks like August of '95. So, every thing that they ever put out, I suggest so highly. Because they put quality into everything. This one's Tower Records, December '97. Not trying to gloat about when I got them. I'm just showing you this is when I got them. This is June of '97. I don't know why. It seems like they're out of order. That was number 6. This is number something. Who cares? Anyway. Oh, this is issue 4. That is why I have them out of order. Sorry. This one. Beats, Booty, Bass, Showdown at the Hoedown. This one's number 5. So, of course, had to get this one. A visual history and a tribute to MCA. Oh, and it's got some Maurice Sendak. Yeah. What's funny is I went and saw Spike Jonze at the Skirball Museum in LA when he was doing a talk about Maurice Sendak. Because he had made the Maurice Sendak, just the documentary and the Where the Wild Things Are. So he is ingrained definitely with the Beastie Boys, and if you disagree, I disbelieve you. So he's Glennie Friedman. We'll get to him. This is an essential issue, is what I'm saying. Here's a Spin magazine with, there was 3 different ones with each member on one cover, and this was not my copy originally. I did have it, but my friend ended up giving me this one. I got this in London, and it was after MCA passed, I think. Yeah, yes it was. So here's one Glennie Friedman book, Together Forever. I saw them on this tour, Tougher Than Leather tour with Run DMC. Okay, everybody should own Beastie Boys book. It has so much depth and so much insight, not just about them, but about what makes them tick. So it's got a whole lot of New York, a whole lot of all kinds of things. It's fascinating. I love them. Okay, but this was one of my books I got again at Tower Records in the 90s. This is I got this in January of '95. This is Glennie Friedman's book, Fuck You Heroes, and they're in here somewhere because they were definitely the fuck you heroes. Let's find them. That's Fugazi. That's the other best band in the world. Here you go. Okay. And I'm not saying, I mean, maybe Beastie Boys are one of the best bands in the world, but they sure affected me as much or more than any band. So that's what I'm getting at. And all these books are essential. I mean, come on. Okay, I haven't gotten to a Beastie Boys page, but trust me. And then his big book came out finally a couple years later, and it was called My Rules, like his original zine was. And this is big old fucker. Big heavy boy. And Glennie Friedman is essential. He took amazing photos, but he also produced the first Suicidal Tendencies record. So I think that's another thing with the Beastie Boys is you get into them and you get into everything because they teach you about all kinds of other jazz and other hip hop, like old hip hop. And all you need to do is go down the rabbit hole that they provide for you. They already dug it. You're just learning from them. But Glennie Friedman is a big part of that. So anyways, I just wanted to make a little tribute, show off my Beastie Boys goodies, and hope you like it. Bye.